So good evening everyone, we are just waiting for the drivers to start qualifying. We are once again here at Monza for short 18-minute qualifying followed by a 50% race. This is Peter W here doing comms on you guys tonight, and could this be the round where Jim wins the Drivers' World Championship? Now I've been informed by our statisticians that we are looking at, if Marcus loses out to Jim by 15 or more points, he physically cannot be caught. So let's see what happens tonight here. Okay, I'm just gonna do a sound check very quickly. Thank you very much, Marshall. I'll just change that now. Thank you very much, Marshall. I'll just change that now. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. So 18 drivers here today for Tier 1, and really looking forward to this race. It provided some great action in Tier 2, and I'm sure the action is going to be just as great here in Tier 1, if not better. Obviously more cars. We've got a new driver in today in the Haas, in Josh Morton, so welcome to the league, Josh. I'm sure you're going to find it to be absolutely cracking, and it's great to see FTH back. I've not actually done comms on FTH for a while, and very much looking forward to seeing his pace. Now, not dropping the ball or commentators cursing, of all the people I've got on my Facebook, no, I mean OBF1, on my PSN, for tier FTH has the fastest time trial around Monza. So let's see if he can convert that to a pole position here for the Scuderia at their home track. We will shortly be getting going, and thanks everyone for tuning in. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you do enjoy this video. And the drivers are starting to ready up, so we will shortly be getting going for qualifying. Yes, Neil, you did hear me say that Jim can win the title. Basically, if he outscores Marcus by 15 points or more, then Jim will be crowned the OBF1 Season 3 Tier 1 champion. Let's see what happens. We are very shortly getting going with qualifying. If someone who is watching the stream would like to let me know what the weather forecast is looking like, that would be fantastically amazing. As soon as you guys know. Thank you very much. Best luck to all those tier 2 drivers I can see on the grid as well. And welcome to CDM. He might be about, what, an hour and a half late if I'm not wrong. But at least he finally made it for the race. Hopefully he has a better outing than in Monaco last week. I do remember, I think it was a lap 1 or lap 2 incident. Oh, hello, hi. I'm seeing... Oh, I thought that was rain, but the clouds are very dark. So it's a wet quality dry race, kind of like what we had in Tier 2. Thank you for letting me know, Marshall. So that will change up. Me personally, I didn't actually adjust my setting for qualifying. I left it as is, expecting obviously the race is far more important, and I was very fortunate to qualify on pole, so... But I think I just got out at a perfect time now. We've got a Mercedes out, and knowing who I think it is, Dixie does like getting out early. So who has Dixie got behind? The Haas of Josh Morton, the newcomer. So we know Dixie's got some serious speed behind him. Having podiumed just a couple of weeks ago at, was it China? I think it was China. I'm not 100% sure there, but... my dress up and just out of my front wing, but binned it out of unlucky there. Oh, Dixie getting a little bit out of it there up turn 5. Oh, and again, Dixie really seemed to struggle with these limits in terms of, not limits, the corners, exits, maybe getting a little bit throttle happy. And so we head down towards Ascari. Starting to slow it down. He's got Josh Morton right behind him. Oh! This is definitely going to bunch the pack up now. We've got an Alpha Tauri. We've got a lot of drivers already out. We need 5 drivers left in the pits, funnily enough. And this obviously isn't as bad a rain as we had in Tier 2, but oh, Dixie really pushing this to get started, and here we go. Heading down towards turn 1, 202 miles an hour, braking. Nice line there through turns 1 and 2. Little bit of a slip there coming through out the exit of turn 2. So we head down towards... Is this Parabolica? Guys, help me out. Is this Ascari or Parabolica? I get confused by the two. And yes, Neil, the assist restrictions are different in Tier 1. It's maximum medium traction instead of full traction. I believe that's the only difference, though. Oh, Dixie again, losing it out of turn 7. That's going to cost him some time, but heading down towards the end of Sector 2, and we're at 59.317, braking just after the 100 metre line, running a very wide there to avoid the curb. And he's over the curb, but not an invalidation. So Dixie now coming down to the final turn. And as he heads around the long turn 14, we're going to get our first time. We've got an Alfa Romeo off in Sector 2. Is that Kieran? And a 129.8. Josh coming in with a 130.871. Who was the... I'm thinking, oh, short Marcus, wow, a second faster than Dixie, a 1:28.873. Fantastic lap there from the AlphaTauri driver, the only driver who theoretically can now catch Little Jim in the championship hunt, who is now coming around. Jim has invalidated, so Mitch goes second on a 1:29.120. I could see who else have we got coming around. We've got, let's get some Red Bull action. Is it Schnitzy? Schnitzy is heading down towards the final corner. And 1:29.933, good enough for 6th place there for Dixie. His teammate Paul Harrison in 5th, and Marshall has just picked 4th for 1:29.544. The times are coming in thick and fast. Who have we got coming in? We've got a Haas driver approaching. That would be Josh Morton. Is he on a fast lap? He is 7/10 up, and Kieran is out. Kieran is out of the qualifying. He will be starting at the back of the grid, Kieran. Oh, I've just seen a familiar name from my tier 2 days back when I was racing every week. I mean, I'm back now, but 2 seasons ago. Antonis, welcome back, Antonis. It's great to see you, my friends. And a 1:30 flat for Josh Morton, moving him up past Mosher and into 8th position. So who else have we got? We got Fatir coming up to the last corner, and a Mercedes that's lost it out of the final turn. Is that CDM or is that Dixie? We're about to find out. Mitch goes fastest, and then Little Jim obliterates it all. 1:28.329. What a lap there from Little Jim. Fatir a 1:30.383. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to go again. But wow, some great times coming in here from the guys. Petit already half a second up on his fastest lap, but that's a very wide line there through turn 4, which compromises entry into turn 5. Sanchez has just set a 1:29.8, putting him in 10th position. Seems to be some action around turns 4 and 5. It looks like an Alpine that's off. Or perhaps getting out of the way. That might be Antonis getting out of the way. And Fatir as he comes around. Perfect line there, perfect line. What sort of time is this going to bring out for the Ferrari driver? Is this... I think that a Haas might have been compromising him there. Was that a Haas? No, it was an Aston Martin, my apologies. But as we head down towards the end of the sector, 1:29.4 takes FTH up to 5th. And Mitch coming across. I think will he be going for another hot lap? Yes, he's going for another hot lap. Sit on board with current 2nd place driver in the McLaren, Mitch. Oh, that's going to cost him time. CDM up to a 5th in a 1:29.312, and we've got a retirement. Josh Morton has retired coming out of turn 7. CDM, what is he looking at here? Oh, I was going to say beautiful, but has he still got all 4 wheels? Yes, he has. Okay, but that's his lap over, I think. Marshall, what's he going to do now? Bottom Marshall. I've only seen Marshall race a few times, but very impressed with his performances. Definitely a very fast driver. Let's see what he can produce here in the wet. And sector 1, 2 gone purple. Sector 1, quarter of a second up, but that entry to turn 4 will have compromised. Coming down towards turn 6. That line was definitely not a desirable one. The driver's taking it so easy here to avoid getting throttle happy and spinning out on the curb. Understandable in these wet weather conditions. But I must admit, the times are very surprising. We must be at the cut-off, like, between wet and intermediates, because I think on my wets I did a 128.9. And Dixie is also out. Dixie starting in 14th position. No, sorry, we were on Inters as well. Yeah, we were on Inters as well, so it's not. And Marshall goes for 128.979. Good enough for 4th place, pushing Paul Harrison down. Now, have we got any other drivers on a fast lap? Mitch is in the gravel. Paul is not. Are there anyone on a lap? Team Red. Let's have a look. Ah, unlucky there, CDM, but still a very good timing, 129.312. Are you sure that wasn't caused by your spin where you rear-ended the barrier at turn 7? Let's sit on board with Team Red, the Aston Martin Tier 2 driver. Unfortunately, couldn't make it today for Tier 2, but got caught up at work, but great to see him racing here for Tier 1. So he comes down the hill, full throttle, through to 8th gear, 200 miles an hour, and currently not improving on his time. How about AJM? He's just coming around the last corner. I think this is going to be an improvement for the Ferrari driver. Yes, 7/10 improvement, pushing him up to 10th place. Now, who have we got? We've got Marshall. We have got short Marcus. Let's sit on board with Marcus. What's he going to do? 500ths up on his current PB. He will need to better that. Nice line there. Yes, he kept it together. Great line there by Marcus. Is he going to improve this lap? And that's a 128.566 to put in Marcus into 2nd place. We've got Jim on a lap as well. Not currently improving on his time, however. Last turn here for Jim. Is he going to go again? Will he be pitting? Really getting on throttle there, but this is not going to be an improvement. 6/10 down. But he's going again. He's going for it again. He wants to better this 128. Will he be the first driver to go into a 127? Breaking the 100-metre mark. Maybe a bit early. Could have maybe waited another 5-6 metres. Heads down towards turn 3. Fantastic line, really hugging the insides. Ouch, Cal getting out of the way of 10th down currently. Oh, it's not very often we see Jim having to correct himself, but there he did, and that would have cost him some time. Excuse me. That's not Marcus. Is Marcus going again? Marcus goes pole. Wow, we missed out. Fantastic lap from Marcus. A 128.269 takes it up to pole position for the AlphaTauri driver. And Jim is not going to improve 1.5 seconds down. How about Mosh? Big John. Currently a 129.392 in the Williams. This is not going to be an improvement. I don't think so. I think this might be a cool-off lap, or is it? No, it's a hot lap. Where are we? Half a tenth down. Vitir coming around the last corner. Oh! Wow. Good save there by the Ferrari driver, but he is now in the middle of the track. And narrowly avoids the AlphaTauri of El Chical. Let's sit on board with El Chical. Yet to set a lap in the AlphaTauri. Currently sitting right down there in 19th and last position. And he's lost it! Is he going to hit the wall? No, he's not, but he's only got, what, 4 minutes to go, I think? We've got about 4 minutes, yeah, 4 minutes to go. He's going to want to get up there. He's going to, otherwise going to have a hell of a battle to get through to the end. Short Marcus getting a lovely slipstream. Nope, into the pits he goes. But here goes Mitch. Let's sit on board with Mitch for this lap. Great straight line speed. Perhaps a little bit early on the brakes, but great lines through 1 and 2. Let's see what sort of time it's going to bring him out down at the bottom of sector 1. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. I'm not quite sure why. 10th up for Mitch in sector 1. Good line there, but he's lost it, and that's his wheel gone. That is Mitch out of qualifying. The best he will do is P3. Marshall not improving, it doesn't look like. Where's Paul Harrison? Just behind him. Outward Patient has just started his lap, so we'll sit on board with Paul. See what he's doing. He's currently 2 tenths up on his fastest time, which is going to put him needing only another 10th to pass Mitch. Marshall did not improve on the last lap. What is Paul going to be able to do? Currently looking at a 129 flat. He equalled it. Wow. Okay, he equalled his time, so no improvement there for Paul in 5th. How about CDM has lost it out of turn 1, or sorry, out of turn 2 more likely. You don't lose it out of turn 1, you go over turn 1. So what is Outward Patient now going to do? Half a second up. Wow, half a second up. This could put Outward Patient if he can hold it. What fantastic lines there. Fantastic drifting by the Haas driver. And as we head down towards the long right-hander, Shitzy gets out of the way. That's going to cost him some time, but what is Outward going to be able to do as he heads down towards the finish line? It's going to be an improvement. 6 tenths of a second, and Outward Patient displaces Mitch into 3rd place there for the Haas driver. Paul's giving up on that lap. Let's watch CDM. CDM has invalidated Marshall. Is invalidated. Jim is out. He wants that lap. He wants that pole back. Well, let's face it, Jim always wants the pole back. So what's he done? 69 thousandths. That's going to be a purple sector. Yep. Minute 14 to go here in qualifying. Turn 7. Great line. Doesn't get on the throttle too early, and a good exit there out of turn 7 as we head down the hill towards the end of sector 2. CDM is out. He did say he'd had road ring damage, but what can Jim do here? Is he going to take that pole? Is he going to get it from Marcus? Marcus also out on track, so we'll be looking to answer if Jim does take it. Are we going to go to 127s? Here we go. A 128.277, so 8 thousandths of a second behind Marcus. But Marcus is on a lap. Is this going to be an improvement for him? Potentially putting him out of reach of Jim. Wow, he's half a second up on his sector 2. If he can hold this together, he will be our first driver to break into the 128s. That is the checker flag. This will be Marcus's last lap. What is he going to put together here? Nice line there for the long right-hander. And as he heads towards the checkered flag, we're going one sub 127, 127.493. Back on with Jim now, who's 41 thousandths up on his best time through sector 1. But right now it's Marcus or it's Jim, as it has been for most of the season. What can Jim do here? Can he take that pole position at the very last minute? He's got a lot of gaining to do here. He needs to gain 3 tenths of a second. good line, catching a lot of curb, which will have cost us some time, but not as much as a slip or a drift. What can Jim do here? Let's head down to the final corner, breaks a bit earlier than Marcus, but gets a better line slightly through the right hand and can get on the foot a little bit earlier, and heading down towards the end of the sector. Can only improve by 0.07 of a second. So that's qualifying sorted, and short Marcus in the Alpha Tauri will be starting in pole position here at Monza in the Italian Grand Prix for OBF1 Tier 1. Let's just run through the order again, and we are short Marcus in third with Little Jim in second, just a quarter of a second behind him. Outward Patient, fantastic job from the Haas driver to put that in third. Mitch is in fourth, Marshall in fifth, FTH sixth, El Chacao seventh. Great final lap from him, the pressure was on and he managed to seal it. Paul Harrison in eighth, CDM in ninth. Mosh, a great job there getting into the top 10 as a tier 2 driver. And then we got Snitsy, AJM, Team Red, Mank Red Devil, Antonis, Sanchez, Dixie, Josh and Kieran rounding off the grid. So obviously all drivers will have free choice of tyre, and I'm wondering, what are we going to see a little bit of a shake up here? Obviously Monza is traditionally a one-stop strategy, but as we saw in the tier 2 race, some drivers are having 3 or 4 pit stops, taking advantage of the safety cars and everything. So let's see how we're going to have some fun with the strategies tonight. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. As always, I will be bringing you the comms on tier 1, and if anyone would love to join me in the comms box and give it a try, you're more than welcome to do so. But we will be getting going very shortly here for round 11 of season 3 here in the season 4. It's season 4 of the OBF1 league. Five lights. And we are go, sitting on board Little Jim. Can he get a better start? Outward Patient getting a very poor start. He's going to be struggling. Jim alongside Marcus. So we head down towards turn 1, but Marcus keeps it. Marcus keeps it. Outward Patient. Oh, what a great line there from Jim. He gets it. He gets it on the outside of Marcus, heading down towards turn 3. Marcus coming around the outside. He's not leaving him on the inside now for Jim, and able to brake later. Outward Patient getting right on the back of Jim. I thought there may be a slight collision there. We can see the 2 Ferraris have really dropped. Fatir down 13 places, AJM down 6, Marshall down 3. Wow, the biggest gainers. Sanchez is up 4 places already. Wow. Some great driving here. CDM up 3 places. Let's sit on board with Jim, who is right on the back of Marcus. Marcus putting it firmly into the centre, not allowing Jim to go for the under to get the inside. So seeing here the predicted pit stop strategy powered by AWS, soft to medium or soft to hard. Have we got any drivers that started on the... We've got a few drivers. We've got Antonis, Mank and Josh and Snitsy all started on the mediums, everyone else on the soft tyres. So seeing a bit of a gap breaking now between Sanchez and Marshall. Sanchez in as a reserve. Oh, and Marshall's lost it. No, El Chacao has lost it. El Chacao has lost it. CDM is up to 5th. Marshall's 6th. And where El Chacao is dropping. But now the top 4, then a 2-second gap to CDM up to 5th place from 9th or 10th. So we hear Mitch running over the gravel there, but not affecting his race. Might have just spotted the tyre a bit, but will Mitch. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 2, looking like one of the Ferraris perhaps. Not sure. We've got 4 drivers in the pit. Paul Harrison, Moshe, Team Red and Antonis, all first lap pitters. can Mitch make some ground on an outward, because CDM is closing. 4 tenths already up on Mitch this lap. This is amazing driving from the Mercedes driver. And but DRS will be activated, and most importantly for Marcus, Jim is out of DRS range with only half a lap until the first DRS point. Will Jim be able to close that gap? He's going to need to do something. As we can see, the front 6 really starting to pull away. Snitsy 5 seconds behind now. I think Sanchez got caught up as well because he's dropped a few places. Dixie up to 7th. Wow. Is that 12 places gained for Dixie? 10 places already gained for Dixie. 9 for Kieran, who's up to 10th place. Some great driving from the 2 drivers. We got El Chicao in the pits. I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. But Jim, he's not within DRS range, but Outward Patient is. Is this going to give Outward Patient the chance to make the move on our championship leader? Jim's got some work to do, otherwise he's going to be really at risk of losing second place to Outward. What are we looking like for ERS? Jim on 52, Outward on 38. Using it now to catch up to Jim, who is not going to have DRS on Marcus. Marcus pulling away 1.4 seconds now separating the 2 drivers. What sort of line can Outward get on our championship leader? Jim definitely getting a superior exit, but Outward definitely has more speed here. He's used his ERS, he's got DRS, moves to the insides, takes second place from the Alfa Romeo driver of Little Jim. But he will, ow, as he catches the curb. Is that going to lose in second? He's in the gravel, and is this going to give Mitch a chance to get past? Outward running a very line, and that does allow Mitch up to 3rd place, giving Little Jim 2nd place back, but now 2 seconds behind short Marcus. Mitch catching a bit of the curb there, but not too much, and Outward onto the curb, onto the grass. The CDM really started to catch up here. Yeah, really catch up. These could be some decent points for Mercedes tonight. Jim is closing the gap, but he's got Mitch very much on his back now. Bit of a DRS train now behind Little Jim as Mitch goes to the inside and takes 2nd place. So is he going to be able to keep it through turn 1 and 2? Great line there by the McLaren driver, who's up from 4th to 2nd in just 2 laps. And now 1.9 seconds. Marcus out front and cozy right now. Kieran up to 8th, Dixie 7th. Decent battle going on for 9th between Sanchez and Fatir. Further down but we will stick with this battle for 2nd place. Jim right on the back of Mitch. He's going to have DRS. He's got a lot of ERS as well, but he's not using his ERS. He's just using the DRS. He does not want to have to defend on the home straight. He's eyeing up a move on the home straight, one would say. Still no penalties yet. 5 laps in. Very good driving here from the Tier 1 drivers. Car DRS train. All jostling for position. Is Mitch, how many can Mitch hold off is the question. Sit on the back with this. CDM really pushing for this. Used up all of his ERS. Now he's going to drop him off. And what can we see here is, yep, Mitch has got the inside line. This is some great racing between Mitch and Jim. He goes to the undercut. But no, Mitch has to sit in behind Jim now. Jim does complete the move, and all of this is just allowing one thing. Marcus to extend his lead now up to 3 seconds. Is Mitch going to look up the inside? No, he is not. Jim having to take a very defensive line, no, which does compromise his entry, but it compromises Mitch's exit more. And now Outward is right on the back of Mitch. CDM losing a bit of ground to the 3 of them. Mitch, Jim really so. Mitch looking up the inside but thinks better of it. And Mitch getting a little bit off the curbs here. This is going to give Outward a great chance to get a move done on Mitch as well. 3-second ratings now separating Jim and Mitch. Drivers taking very different lines there. Coming through the last turn of lap 5, sorry. Lap 6, yep, lap 6. I thought Marcus had already crossed. And here we go with another DRS train. Best to sit on board from here, I find. We've got Mitch up the inside of Jim. Again, is there going to be contact? No. Outward patient, great exit there. Look at how close this action is. Wow. Wow. Forgive me for sticking with this battle, but what a battle it is. 3 drivers on the top of their games fighting for 4 drivers if you include CDM as well, fighting for the last 2 podium spots even early on in the race. I think the undercut here is going to play a massive factor for these drivers, as I think Outward Patient did very well there not to lose his car to the curb. Jim pulling away now, 7 tenths between him and Mitch. Does Mitch have DRS? Yes, he does, but he's not using his DRS, but wow, the slipstream and the half a second gained there for Mitch over Jim. And I think we're going to see another move get done here by Mitch into the last corner. Nope, but it is going to be done down the DRS straight. Jim gets a better exit from the corner. And here we go again. Marcus wants it up to 3.6 seconds. Mitch gets the move done cleanly past Jim. And a very nice easy line there through turns 1 and 2. Can Mitch now pull away? Can someone break away and dissolve this DRS train? So let's have a look further down the field. Have we got any battles going on? We've got a decent battle for Tia and Sanchez, keeping within it a step's throw with each other for a while now. They've been battling for a good, I'd say, 3-4 laps. And the reserve Tier 2 driver definitely keeping up with one of our faster Tier 1 drivers who's shown some incredible pace around Monza in the past. Catches a bit of the curb there at turn 5. Sorry, turn 4. Nice line there into turn 6. As he runs wide, that's going to cost him some time. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Marcus is off. Marcus is off. He had a commanding lead and he spun it. Marcus has spun it and is down to 6th position. He is going to be kicking himself. The AlphaTauri driver once again. As we see, nope, it's a slipstream. It's Mitch is doing his damnedest to break the slipstream. But are we going free into turn 1? Thought that might provide a better view, but no. Outward gets pushed a bit, but nothing on towards. Jim takes first. Mitch up to second from... Mitch was in second before Marcus spun, but Marcus will be kicking himself. Do feel sorry for the AlphaTauri driver there. But Mitch sitting on the back, he's pulled out of the dirty air of Jim. And now, what's happening? We've got Dixie just... Oh, actually, we'll sit out. Who's lost it? Outward is out. Outward Patient is out of this race. Is that a safety car? Safety car. Wow. I mean, could that have come at a better time for pit stops? Wow. So, guys, let me know what you're thinking of the stream so far. But Outward Patient is out, having slid out of turn 7, that nasty chicane. And now, are we going to have drivers, everyone heading into the pits, changing on to, I personally believe it should be the mediums. It's only a couple of laps early and they have some good life on them. But, wow. This is going to bunch it right up. All of the lead drivers are in. This gives El Chacal the opportunity to get out before anyone else. Yes, El Chacal will avoid being overlapped. But yep, everyone is pitting. So everyone pitting. Josh Morton staying out. I'm not sure about that. I think that's going to be a costly move for Josh. If the cars don't get picked up, if it's still under Delta, but they're going to get picked up by the Aston Martin safety car. And Josh up into second, but still needing to pit. He must be bargaining on another safety car. So have we got the Red Bulls double stacking in the pits? Yes, we did. Is that going to cost pole position to Mosher or Antonis? To Antonis, yes. Antonis has gone along as well. So we are now under safety car conditions. Little Jim getting out just ahead of Josh, our debutant in the Haas, and Mitch in third. Is this going to give Jim a chance to pull away from Mitch and possibly Rick Diaz? Obviously Josh is on much older mediums, but how long will he be able to hold the likes of Mitch, Marshall, CDM and Marcus? Kieran up into 7th place as well. Has everyone who has not pitted? Let's have a look. No penalties yet either, so let's have a look. Pits. Stops. Everyone besides Josh has stopped. So, has Josh... I think Josh is banking on a safety car. He must be banking on another safety car. I mean, you can get these mediums to 20 laps, I feel. Does he dive into the pits? Nope, he contains second. So I'm just going to very quickly... Actually, I probably don't have time to get some food. No, I'll leave it. Okay. But I will go silent for a sec. Oh, and we see contact between Josh and Little Jim. Josh into the back of Little Jim. Is that going to give him a 5-second penalty? No, thankfully not. But the Haas driver definitely wants to be careful. So let's have a look. So right now, Josh, obviously the only driver not to stop yet, is up 16 places from his start position of 18th. Kieran is the second biggest mover, up 12 places, started in 19th up to 7th, having pitted. Kieran in a great position here to score some serious points for the Alfa Romeo team as well. But yeah, everyone else pretty much where they started. Marcus down 5 places from his spin. Will we be kept? I think we're going to have a very short safety car entry, but I think we will be getting going again if El Chacal can catch up. If not, well, will be one more lap under the safety car conditions, but I do believe he's going to. Let's sit on board with El Chacal. I'm not sure, maybe not. I think we're going to get another lap. We are going to get another lap. The safety car would not pull in now. Yep, we're going to get another lap of safety car involvement. Okay guys, I will be right back. Thank you. Hello drivers, I am back. So heading up towards the end of sector 2, and I am about 100% sure the safety car will be in this lap, yes. As Jim is now, we'll sit on board with Josh to watch for the restart. Okay, I can't sit on board with Josh, this is getting too close, I'm going too much. So, Mitch. Jim really starting to back up the field, and he's gone. Jim has gone. But he went too early, is this going to put him at risk? Sitting on board with Josh. Josh against our championship leader. He looks to the inside. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. Mitch up the inside. No. What about everyone else? Let's get the aerial view. No, doesn't look to be any changes. Everyone's got through turns 1 and 2. Okay, as Mitch round the outside of Josh. Tucks in the... Is he going to look up the inside? No, he is not. Obviously, no DRS available for 2 laps. Mitch is going to want to get past Josh as soon as possible. Jim already 1.3 seconds up the road. And Mitch. Josh getting a little bit out of shape out of turn 7. This gives Mitch a better exit. Inside or out? Inside he goes. And he has got the line and is past Josh. Now, time for him to hunt down Jim. Comes Marshall as well. Marshall in 4th CDM and short Marcus. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Looks like an Aston Martin. Short Marcus getting a much better line through the final corner. Having just passed CDM. A bit of a snap. That's definitely going to be some track limits. I think we're going 3 into turn 1. Marcus on the inside. This is going to be tight. But Marcus has it, break slightly later and has got the line, has got the position. Marcus from 6th up to 3rd in 3 corners. Amazing. Amazing. Marshall drops 2 positions on that to CDM and Marcus, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. That's like a Mercedes. Antonis is out. Antonis is out. Mancro Devil is in the pits. As is Mosher. Mosher is out, and another safety car. Another safety car. And after a lap of racing, Mitch is now post. Well, I guess the question is Josh going to pit now? It will throw him to the back of the grid, but he will be on the back of the grid. Down to now 16 drivers. Wow. Well, here we go. Okay. So, as a reminder, as things currently stand, and yes, Josh does go into the pits. No penalty there for speeding. That's good. So we have got, right as things stand today, if positions stay as they are, Marcus will still mathematically be able to win the championship for a 10 to 11 point difference between himself and Jim. It does mean that he needs to gain, I think it would be 21 points in the next race and every other race. But yeah, so but anything is possible. Okay. So hopefully this safety car will not be as long. We've got several drivers in the pit. So the grid as it currently stands, the top 4 places required by 4 admins of the league: Jim, Mitch, Marcus and CDM. Marshall in 5th, FTH in 6th, Kieran in 7th, Sanchez in 8th, El Chacao 9th. Josh has dropped to 10th after his pit stop, but still a fantastic performance from the debutant. Has he switched on to the soft tyres, I'm presuming? Yes, he is. He's on the red-walled soft tyres, which will go the distance from here. I know because I did that myself. So, could this give him the advantage he so desperately needs to get past the drivers like El Chacao, Sanchez, Kieran and Fatir? We have got our first penalty of the day. Team Red receiving a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think we're going to have one more lap of safety car and then we will be back to racing. But yeah, currently Kieran, our most improved from start position driver, 12 places from his start position. The Alfa Romeo driver. It's interesting seeing the drivers, what gears they use in different corners. Like obviously we just saw there Marcus going through turns 4 and 5 in gear 1, but same sort of speed. However, CDM gear third gear. Something interesting. Actually, I use automatic gears, so I don't really know about that stuff. But I know a lot of drivers here do use manual gears. That amazes me. No, absolutely amazes me. Just because I just don't do manual gears. But I do believe this will be the lap we get notification about the safety car. Good. And hopefully we will be back racing for 2 laps. We'll sit on board with Mitch here. Generally slowing the pack down. Schnitzy gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Jim really slowing down now. When is he going to launch? Oh, has he gone? Nope, he hasn't. Really wrapping it off, and there we go. We are back racing here. What a view that is. Lovely view there. Marshall is pitted, and a 5-second penalty as well. That's travesty for Marshall. Don't know what's happened there. CDM around the outside of Marcus in the inside of turn 1, 2, but does not get a move done. Kieran up to 5th. Wow. Josh up to 7th. Sanchez down to 8th. Josh really making these what is the word I'm looking for here? Red slicks. The fast tyres. Yeah, softs. Sorry. Working for him as he comes up onto the back of FTH, losing a bit of time. Kieran up to 5th now. 5th place for Kieran. Would be good to know what happened to Marshall. Yellow flag is sector 2. That is Schnitzy has spun. I don't know if there's going to be damage, but yep, he is moving. Oh, Kieran having to correct himself there through the chicanes. And right now we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's a Ferrari. That's AJM and Sanchez. AJM and Sanchez. It's looking like there's a few people down. AJM getting a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. This is going crazy after the safety car restart. CDM trying to break the toe. He's gone wide with 4 cars behind him. This is crazy. Jim, and no one having dropped DRS. Josh up to 6th now. Josh is smashing this. Is he able to complete the move? Yes, he does. Josh really taking these soft tyres into advantage for him. You've got 4 drivers in the pits, both Red Bulls, Ferrari and an Alpine. Marshall moves up to 12th, but 25 seconds behind. We'll be praying for another safety car. Josh closing up to Kieran. Fatir dropping back like crazy. Does he have damage? It doesn't look like it. We've got 2 cars out. Josh and CDM are out. And another safety car. Awesome. Well, we nearly got 2 laps of racing. But CDM and the debutant Josh out. I wonder how that happened. If I remember correctly, Josh was behind CDM. So it would be interesting to see what happened there. But the Mercedes and the Haas driver are both out of this race, and we are down to 14 drivers. We've got several drivers pitting, and I thought, is that going to be a penalty there? No, but Team Red gets another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So, wow, I mean, this was something I was not expecting to see. I don't know how long it will last, but we've got an AlphaTauri 1-2 right now. Macro Devil up to 3rd on the soft tyres for the Aston Martin. How long has he been on these for? 4 laps. Well, this safety car has definitely thrown this race on its head. 8 laps to go. And Macro Devil pitting off a 4-lap old mediums. So this is going to put him right to the back. I'm not quite sure that was a good move. I know his tyres can't be more than 10% worn. I'm not sure what I think of that move. Going from a podium position to 12th. Where is he going to come out? AJM should get this. And coming out in 11th position. I'm not sure as Mank if I would have done that. But as we currently sit, we've got Short Marcus in first. His teammate, an AlphaTauri 1-2. And that would be lovely to see. Not just because of the drivers, but just AlphaTauri is obviously, it's an Italian team, and to win a 1-2 at Monza, well, it'd be like seeing McLaren at Monza last year. So let's see, can it happen? I would say unlikely, but would I have said 3 safety cars in 10 laps? No. So anything really can and is happening here at Monza, here in Tier 1 of OBF1 Season 4 coverage. Will we be getting going in? I'm not sure. This is going to be close if we do. Are we going to get going? This could be a late safety car entry. Yep, we are going to be getting going again. 7 laps to go here at Monza. Hopefully our last safety car. We're on board with El Chicao. See, when does Marcus go for it? And we are gone. Mitch is past Jim. Mitch is past Jim. This could be potentially for the race win. Fresh soft tyres. El Chicao moves to the inside. Mitch on the brakes heavy. Is there going to be tough contact? There it is. Mitch and El Chacao make contact. And El Chacao down to the last position. That was so unfortunate for the AlphaTauri driver, and I'm sure there's going to be some sort of incident report there without a doubt. So unfortunate there for El Chacao. We've got a yellow. We've got Schnitzy is around as well. Schnitzy around at turn 5. Dixie closing up now onto the back of Mitch. Does Mitch potentially have damage? So Moshe putting his money on Little Jim to take this. He is closing up to Marcus. He's only 4 turns behind. Fresh soft tyres. And has Marcus run wide, or maybe Jim's got a better exit? But wow, what a line coming back from Marcus. Jim into his slipstream. We've got Fatir in the pits. And Jim up the inside, but no, I think's better of it. Good. Just, oh, and hello. Hi, Mitch. And Dixie as well. Dixie coming as well. This is going to be interesting. Marcus now able to pull away. Set 3/4 of a second now ahead of Jim from that battle with Mitch and Dixie, who are side by side. Dixie, no. Is it Mitch? Mitch overruns. Has to cut back. Both Jim and Mitch not getting a great exit from turn 5. And this puts Dixie up to 3rd. Right on the back of Jim. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. I'm going to say Team Red perhaps. Dixie up to 3rd, Mitch down to 4th. Jim ever closing on Marcus. Wow. Dixie runs wide. That's going to cost him some time. Is Mitch able to get a decent exit? And Dixie picks up a 3-second penalty. Who's going to get this? I sit on board with Jim and Marcus. What can Marcus do here, if anything, to hold off our championship leader? Smashing his DRS down to 33%. Marcus was 65. Oh, I thought there was going to be contact there between Dixie and Jim. Dixie very late on the brakes there, but Marcus has kept his lead for now. DRS now enabled, and we've got a 4-way train here for the win. Dixie with a penalty, so I think we can count him out, but interesting lines here. Mitch running a bit wide there, and Jim, he's got it. Is he going to use it? He doesn't. He's holding it for the end straight, I think. He's not looking up the inside. Just trying to force a mistake out of Marcus. Very eager on the accelerator. I thought that was going to be a track limit there. And I think it's going to be settled here. Jim is going to... I think Marcus is going to need something quite amazing here to hold off Jim with DRS. Much fresher tyres. What can Marcus do here? He swerves to try and break the slipstream, but it's not going to be... It's going to be a futile exercise. He's on the inside. But Jim has got that complete. Dixie closing it ever quickly. Marcus moves. There's going to be... Is there contact? This is so close. Dixie up the inside of Marcus. No, Marcus getting a better slip. And all the while... Oh, I thought Kieran was closing up there. But wow, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. Dixie right on the back of short Marcus. He's out of ERS. And DRS. ERS, yep, that's the one, sorry. Sitting at the back of his battle for first place. And Dixie's lost it. Dixie has lost it. Mitch is on the grass. And here comes Kieran. Is Kieran going to get 4th from Mitch? 3rd from Mitch. Sorry. Kieran now wide. And Paul is right on the wing of Kieran. Wow. This is insane driving. Paul has got the inside, but he's had to back off. Kieran now into 4th as well. This is crazy driving. This is between now. Will Marcus, I need to sit on board with Marcus, see what he's doing, but the gap has now opened up. Jim and Marcus. Can Marcus close a bit on Jim? He's going to need to do something before he loses DRS. Here comes, definitely utilising that. Kieran with DRS, Paul Harrison, no. Mitch very late on the brakes and runs wide because of it. He's going to have to give the place to Paul. Is Marshall going to get it as well? Marshall on the inside, Mitch on the outside. Paul Harrison up to 4th, Kieran up to 3rd, 15, 16 places getting the 3C for tier, setting the fastest lap. Marcus now out of DRS range. I think barring any errors, this again will be Jim's race. So let's sit on board with this battle for the final podium position, which is 4 cars now. I mean, just wow, what a great battle, and some great battles we've had. We've got 2 and a bit laps to go here at Monza in the OBF1 Tier 1 round 11. A very wide line there by Paul Harrison, which is going to leave him at Mitch's mercy. Mitch going to the inside, gets on the grass. I thought he was going to lose it there. What a move. Paul's got better traction around the outside. Mitch going to have to be careful here. Who's going to get it? El Cal with a 3-second time penalty. Has Paul also got DRS? Yes, he has. The 2 drivers smashing it down here. Who's going to get it? Mitch on the inside, but Paul then gets the inside for turn 2. Marshall connects with the back of Paul's wing, but yes, Mitch completes a move up to 4th, and now it's his turn to hunt down Kieran. He's definitely going to need to hunt him down. Catch up. He's not going to want to lose the DRS slip. If he does, that's 4th gone. DRS is going to be crucial for the last lap. Kieran gets a 3-second penalty. Oh, the Alfa Romeo driver picks up on lap 26 his first penalty, and I think that's just cost him not even 3rd, but potentially 7th he could drop to here. So Mitch, as long as he keeps it clean and keeps within Kieran's DRS, protects himself from the guys behind, will get a podium for McLaren. What can Mitch do here? So we head towards, we're now on the final lap. Jem with a 1.3 second gap. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. AJM is around after turn 5. Is Mitch going to get the move? Kieran moves to the inside. Mitch brakes very late. He's got the inside line for turn 2. But who's got the better traction? Mitch and Kieran touching. I'm not sure. This is heart in mouth stuff. Mitch and Kieran wheel to wheel here. Mitch completes the move, takes 3rd position on the track. Will be very satisfying there for the McLaren driver. After the mess up with Dixie, who spun out of turn 6 earlier on after the safety car. But here we are. Our championship leader, our race leader, coming through for the last time down the back straight. Paul Harrison with a 3-second penalty as well. This is going to put Sanchez up to 5th. And little Jim crosses the line to take the win here for Alfa Romeo. A superb drive, recovery drive from Marcus to take 2nd. Mitch is going to hold on to 3rd. Kieran is going to drop 2. Sanchez is up to 5th. Red Devil up to 6th. Kieran drops to 7th. Paul 8th. Dixie 9th. Schnitzy comes across the line in 10th. Team Red for 11th. Fatir, FTH coming across for 12th place in the Scuderia. Not a good day at the office for the Ferrari driver. And El Chacal will round us off. But wow. Wow. What a race. We've had trials, we've had heartbreak, we've had tribulations here at Monza tonight in the OBF1 Racing League, in both tiers. But that is us finished for this week. What a race. Wow. Great action here at Monza. Kieran, even though he does drop to 6th, picks up driver of the day. A great performance there by the Alfa Romeo driver, who I believe was serving a quali ban. And little Jim there, very unusual place for him up on the top of that podium. But yes, 8 points gained on Short Marcus. Short Marcus now, I think, needing to gain 20 points or so on Jim to be in the title hunt next week. So Jim doesn't win it here at Monza. Will he wrap it up next week? That is the question. Short Marcus also on the podium alongside Mitch from the McLaren team. Marshall, 5th to 5th. Started in 5th, finished in 4th. Sanchez gaining 11 positions in the Alpine. Some great points there for Alpine. Mank Red Devil getting 6th place for Aston Martin. Kieran is 7th, unfortunately, with that penalty. Otherwise, that would and could have been 3rd place easily. Paul Harrison in 8th. Dixie in 9th, and Schnitzy rounding off the top 10. Our other finish being Team Red, Fatir and El Chacal. So that is it. Another week of racing done and dusted here in OBF1. My name is Pete W, signing off for the week. Hope you all have a blessed week and a great night. Take care, guys. Bye.